Hello everyone, we are again on lab 3. So last time I talked about how we were trying to run real estate and we had buggy stuff and bugs everywhere and so on. So now I'm trying to see what we can do. Well, I cannot literally just screen myself doing away with the bugs, but I can still show you how the stuff here works. So to do this again, suppose I want to do um, this app in to run this smoothly. So for instance, I just use the normal stuff. Just don't be dramatic, okay? We are not gonna take care of this. Huh? So what happens is the moment I type when I was on the legal fees, then it's gonna show you the second record, right? And originally, this prompt is only a text here. This is a constant one. There's nothing being input here, but you can see it's a different place, right? If I enter again, in the first record, I originally had this. So after I enter whatever stuff here, so I press enter. So just remember what we have here, right? So So it calculates all the stuff for me, right? Even the land tax. If you are not a first-time buyer, then you have to transfer tax. What happens here is in your RPG code, you do need certain calculations. It doesn't happen in the display file. The display file just tells you what I'm supposed to show you, right? This is the GUI elements at work. I also talked about the indicators. So from your on your keyboard, you can most likely see F1 to F12 unless you are using a smaller keyboard. But if you use a standard 100% keyboard or even 10 keyless keyboard, you are still gonna see the function keys, whether you are using Windows or Mac, right? But for the indicators here, we are talking about number 1 to number 99. And we have 79, 81, and 82. Just remember them for now. Okay. And for all these parameters here, we are talking about, say, for instance, these are all money terms, right? Land tax and buyer's cost, seller cost, total cost. So that's why I need to tell you again what we are doing here. So essentially, we have a certain format. In fact, many formats of how we display numbers with decimals. So essentially, so for instance, so for the price, we are having something like this. This is not a decimal, no decimal here. The commission, we can have two decimals, right? And these figures, they are all in decimals. And the legal costs, they are again integers, right? So this is done by the display file. It affects how we display the figures. And the display effects are here. RI, PR, and so on. So I'm gonna explain for now and once and for all. So PC is normally it means protected area, as I said last time. RI means to reverse the color. So this is the reverse color. Because normally we just have a black background and green font. So RI is in reverse and PR is protected. And the only important one that I need to mention has got to be, sorry for being a little bit like ND here, indicator 79. It is exactly the number 79 for the non-display. ND stands for non-display. It was here, right? I again show it. Sorry, I don't want to get locked out again. F6. So it's gone, right? That's because of number 79, this line of code. And on the attributes, it's here, right here, DSPATR and ND. So finally, we are going to the RPG. And one reminder it is that for this to work function, function properly, you need to have it in the same physical file. Well, I had some classmates who put it in another place and it still works somehow. I cannot say this is by luck, but rather it depends on how you wrote the file, right? So last time I already said we had a given agent rate here. So back to the code, we don't allow zero figure. Okay, we don't allow empty residence and empty first time. So here we don't we are forcing you to enter something. Okay. Then and F6 is for the standard legal fees, right? And then we have EXSR. It means execute subroutine. Subroutine essentially is a function. Basically in C++, Python, Java, you always have functions. When here we call it subroutine because it is a sub of a routine, so it's a subroutine. And again, we have the indicator 79. I was also referring to the disappearing exit text, right? We originally had it here. So I also talked about how to end the program. That is these two lines. And in the subroutines, this is again the meat of this program. So for the buyer subroutine, we have when the house price is this and that, we have the land tax. Remember the land tax here. The land tax is when you have so say let's have a cheaper house this time. The land tax appears when you have a non-first time buyer. See if we have land tax here. So the land tax, of course, it doesn't show you the tax rate, but in our program here we have the tax rate, right? This is 0.5%. So with more expensive house, we have higher tax rates. And if you are a first time buyer, you have no land tax. The rest is like what you would do in normal programming. And if the cost is below 1,000, then we have the unrealistic cost. So say this is what happens here. But I told you this was a bug. Well, I actually don't care, but this is it. On the seller side, you have the capital gains. So it is the house price, half of the price, and 7% of the half house price. If you are not living in your own house, right? So we can do again. Now we have a more expensive house here, and let's say it's like no land tax for now. So this is the capital gains, and when I press enter, then it's gonna clear everything, right? So when F3 is off, then it's clear the subroutine, and we are gonna do X format again. So I press enter and it clears everything, right? We are back to the original sale info and we can enter all again, right? So the whole difference here is with the X format, you're waiting for the user to give you input. So it's waiting for me to give input, like whatever. So I hope this helps clear up what it means by writing an RPG program. This is the first one ever. We have even more RPG programs after this lab.